Yo guys, Thirsty Gogeta back at it again. Today's not going to be a long video. So recently from a guy who's very reliable source on TFW 2005 named Silver Optimus recently said that that Wheeljack's been given somewhat of a redesign on the face, which is great. And to kind of wrap that up, so what we know of right now is that he has like rear view mirrors, kind of give him the ears basically, which I have to say is pretty clever. I mean, I hope it's not attached to his neck where he like has to stare straight at you to make it look like it. I wish it's like actually attached to his head to make for it to actually be there, because for me, I just wish that the illusion of his ears is already on his head itself, because they don't have to glow or anything, because, well, the Primeverse Wheeljack, I mean, he had the ears, it's just they didn't glow. So, I mean, and I love that Wheeljack. So, at this point, we just need confirmation that it's actually going to be on his head and not, like, around his head where it makes it look like it is, but it's not. So, and another thing is that we need to confirm that it's probably he's gonna have the line mask that he always has. And today we're just gonna like scroll through. No, I'm just scrolling through some Transformer Rise of the Beast photos just because I have really nothing to show. I don't have any pictures or anything, so I just I have a whole bunch of random pictures that I haven't shown. And another thing from Silver Optimus is that next week we are going to have possibly have a new trailer for Transformers Rise of the Beast. And I must say, I'm happy, and I really hope we do get a new trailer. I really hope that we do, because the marketing is very fucking weird with this movie. Like, very fucking weird. I'm not saying it's bad marketing, because showing the trailers, showing toys, they're getting basics done. It's just a thing that I remembered from the marketing of the other films from Michael Bay's films is that they were handled a hell of a lot better. Something that Michael Bay, we know that Michael Bay wasn't great with the whole concept of Transformers itself, because those movies, except for the first one, were shit. But the marketing was absolutely amazing. You can't deny that. And there are a handful of other things that were good about those movies, but I mean, the cons outweigh, the cons outweigh the pros with those movies. But I'm saying that the marketing was done a hell of a lot better with those films than we've been getting with that we got with the Bumblebee movie or with this new film coming out. And the reason I got that idea from is because, well, I feel like whenever we've got the first two teasers, or one whole trailer and then two teasers, we already had a shit ton of toys and a whole bunch of other crap already hitting the shelves and everything, by the time that trailer hits. And they basically be building up money and everything months prior from the movie. Because in the store, whenever I was a kid and Transformers 1, 2, and 3 were coming out, and we had already had one trailer and a couple teasers, and I think for Transformers Dark of the Moon it was on Super Bowl. I may be confusing that with Age of Extinction, but still, we were already getting a lot of toys on the shelves and everything, especially Revenge of the Fallen and Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon had a shit ton of toys, a crap ton. I remember Walmart, Target just being filled to the brim, and Toys R Us too, but I mean, nowadays Toys R Us ain't even that big anymore because it's practically dead. But I remember those shelves being absolutely full before, like, 2 to 3 months prior to the movie. And that may sound different to some other people, but someone that's watching my shit must relate to that in some form or fashion. Because here in Texas, we were getting a whole shit ton of everything for those films like months prior from the movie. Like I was getting like a shit ton of toys before the movies came out. Like I had a whole bunch of MechTech figures, and I eventually got the Ultimate Optimus Prime. Now, I don't remember if that was released after the film, like after the movie came out or before, but yeah, I had all those MechTech figures, and I was getting them before the movie came out, like months before the movie came out. So I'm just saying that this film is hitting a little different, and it's kind of weird because there's barely anything in the stores right now, because all I saw was like those little like kitty mainline gimmicky toys, like a couple of them at a Target the other day, and that's it. Like that's all I saw. There's nothing at Walmart right now, like absolutely nothing. There's nothing at Walmart. Not even blankets or some random ass shit. Like there's nothing in Walmarts down here in Texas right now. Like absolutely nothing. And it's kind of weird because the movie's got practically a month and a half away. And you'd think they'd be kicking off their marketing right now. But nah, not really. And it's very, very weird. And another thing that made me start thinking about this was the Fire Brothers. They laid down, well, they as in one guy, he laid down a lot of good pointers on, like, a lot of good points and arguments towards the marketing of this new film. And I will be leaving a link in the description below for the Fire Brothers. He's an amazing, amazing Transformer channel. Now, I'm pretty sure he talks about other stuff, but when it comes down to Transformer content, it really, really, he really nails it. So yeah, it's just very weird on how the marketing is being done with this film. Like very, very weird. So, trailer 2 predictions. I hope they start showing a little bit more of the maximal robot modes, so we can get like a full look at them other than just Optimus Primal. Now, I know we saw Cheetor transform, and we saw a little bit of Rhinox and Cheetor in the background, but we should get like their faces and everything like that. I mean, I know we're getting their figures online and everything like that, and that's another point with their marketing. Like, everybody's getting their figures online. I mean, I know that that's how people are doing most of everything nowadays, but I mean, I would love to just like run into a Scourge figure, like the Studio Series Scourge at my local Walmart, man, instead of having to wait a couple days. Just like literally go to Walmart and get it and go. But I mean, I'm not all that impatient. I will sit there and wait. It's just, bro, Amazon, and well, primarily Amazon, because Big Bad Toy Store hasn't wronged me. I've ordered a lot of stuff from them, and no smashed boxes or anything, but Amazon, I've got a whole bunch of shit from them, and like half the damn box was like flattened, and sometimes I had to return some of my items because they were destroyed. So I don't want to go through the risk of having my shit destroyed. I'd rather go to the local store and get it from there. But people have their different ways of getting what they want. So on back to the predictions, I really hope they show more of Scourge and the Terracons as well, because we've already seen like the Autobots and everything, and seeing Stratosphere and Wheeljack, their robot modes, and seeing their faces and everything would be very cool. But excuse me, I would like to see more of the Maximals and the Terracons, because they're basically they're newcomers to the Transformers movie part of the franchise, and seeing them would be amazing. Like, seeing more of them in the trailer would be amazing, so we can like kind of get an idea of like what we're gonna get. Like, we already know what we're gonna get, but I wish they would show more of it. Like, show more of it for your marketing, because a lot of people will be drawn into it. Now, I know the first trailer to Rise of the Beast got a hell of a lot more views than Spider-Man into the, not Into the Spider-Verse, but Far From Home. It's the recent one. You can tell I'm not a big Marvel fan, and Marvel fans are probably going to be shouting to high hell at me in the comments if I don't get the name right, but I think it outperformed the trailer for that movie, and that's great and all that people are wanting Transformers to come back. That's great, but we should get more marketing, get more juicy about it, but don't spoil the movie. Now, a lot of people nowadays are just like finding a whole shit ton of leaks online and just spoiling the movie. That's why I've been primarily trying to stay away from like forums like TFW too much. And the Fire Brothers have gone over the leaks and everything, and I've been having to like skip videos because I don't want to hear it. I want to know, I want to learn the movie when I see it. So yeah, I don't want it to be spoiled, because most movies nowadays you can just look at the trailers nowadays and just know what the entire movie's gonna be, and that's kind of sad. I want to go to the movies like surprised. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why they're not like showing too much of what's going to happen in the movie, but they should at least show the Transformers a little bit more in the next trailer, primarily the Terracons and the Maximals. Now, I know I've heard of Golden Autobot or something like that from leaks and such, and that like you see there, like I heard it, and I don't really want to hear or see too much of leaks because of one of these primary reasons. It's just a Golden Autobot. That would be cool to see in the next trailer, but if it has a very climactic role in the movie, then I don't want to see it. I want it to be a surprise. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Nothing too much. And if the trailer ever does come out next week, I will definitely be doing a reaction to it. So yeah, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more of me. And this has been Thirsty Gogeta signing out. Peace.